Hello, everybody. Welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Season 1. We are here with Tiv, your girl. You know who it is. A couple things to talk about. I think two that we're going to need ish to get right out of the way here. One, I did push a little bit more experience, like a bar and a half. Not really a big deal. What is a big deal is if you haven't seen it and noticed any changes yet, if nothing's piquing your eyes yet, we are in BC right now. We are absolutely in BC. I decided to move Tiv over to BC for very specific reasons. What you can tell right now, how you know we're in BC, is small things like this number here, these numbers here, this little sign of battle up here kind of gives it away at the current moment, and this little bad boy right here kind of gives it away if you didn't notice. Those weren't the things you noticed right out of the gate. We'll talk about those in a second. The reason I switched over to BC is because I found out I remember BC being way different. And it's not. Pretty much, BC is like vanilla, just with a few slight changes, and the Outlands. Like that's it. It pretty much is vanilla. So I was just like, yeah, go over to vanilla and not have to level requirements go way down. Sure, I'll do that. Get new talents, new abilities and stuff, things that are better, etc., etc. Yeah. I'll get that. Like yeah, definitely. Like, there's no reason for me to play Classic at all. Or Vanilla, at least. PC is where we're at. So, due to that, our talents are switched around a little bit. You notice we still have Consecration. Consecration is now a spell that all Paladins get, even though I am not far into Holy at all. I do still have the Divine Strength and a little bit of Spiritual Focus, because that really does help. For sure. But they switched Consecration with Aura Mastery, and Aura Mastery's not even... It's okay. You know, it's alright, but it's not really that great anyways. So, no reason to go into that. I do miss my improved Blessing of Wisdom, but I don't think we're going to need it, actually. Which we'll talk about why here in a moment. But going into this talent tree, I did get Crusader Strike. A few changes. This is the same, except we don't have Benediction maxed out because we needed to move a few points around, just like not having this maxed out to actually get to Crusader Strike, because I wanted it. Improved Seal of Crusader is different. It doesn't increase the damage. It now makes it so whoever has Crusader on them gives me an additional 3% chance to crit them. Yes, please. Very beautiful. This is still the cooldown. Still the same. Except for this is all attributes instead of just strength and agility, so that's pretty sick. Pretty much still the same. Same. This is the same, except for now we get 12% increased holy damage instead of 10. Very nice there. This is slightly different. It's kind of the same thing, but I think it's just technically stronger now, but you have to work. I think it only did 10%, if I'm remembering correctly. Now it can get up to 15%, but you have to stack it to get it up to 15%, but that's easier to do now because a lot more things help you with your critting. So, beautiful. So now, with improved Sanctity Aura and Vengeance together, I can increase my holy damage by 27% and my physical damage by 15%. So, not bad. Sanctified Judgment is new. And this is why I believe that it won't actually be a big deal that we don't have 10% increase intellect, which, by the way, is only 8 for how much intellect I have, so that's really not that big of a deal. Or the fact that we're not going to get an additional, like 6, I think 6 per 5, so additional 1 mana per second. I think that's okay, because I actually don't think I even need to use Blessing of Wisdom anymore. I've been testing it out a little bit on killing these guys that don't give any experience. And with some of these things, with these two mixed together, I don't really think I need to, because what this Sanctified Judgment does is every time I cast my Judgment, I get 80% of the mana back from the seal that I cast the Judgment on. So that means with that, mixed with the fact that they eventually will be 15, but right now they are 12%. They have the mana cost reduced by 12%, unlike Seal Crusader. And then once I Judgment it on someone, I get 80% of the mana cost back for it. So that means it drops it down to 20%. It's only 20% mana cost of it when I Judgment it. And reduce that by 12%. So it's only like, hello. It is only 8% of the mana cost for Seal of Crusader right now. Or anything I use. Anything. Now, of course, you still have the mana cost of Judgment that's being reduced from that coming back and whatnot. I'm gonna move away just in case this dude's doing this. He can take the fight. We'll do it later. So that means I get a bunch of mana. I save a bunch of mana. Everything seems to be just fine. And boom, pet got pissed. And Sanctified Seals increases the crit chance of everything. Spells and melee attacks by 3% on the target. So that's another 3% on top of this 3%. That's an additional 6% crit. I think around it, unless this is telling me this is already calculating that in to. I mean, it wouldn't calculate that one in, or that one. I don't know if it. Yeah, I don't know if this 3% is already in here. I'm not 100% positive. Because it's just in general. It's not when you have a seal on somebody. It's just in general, and it makes it so my seals can't be dispelled, which is pretty cool. Yeah, he's definitely doing this one. We'll watch him. This is exactly what we're going to do. Because we can do it now, but I'll talk about that here in a second while we watch this person go to town. And then, of course, Crusader Strike is purely just an attack reset that does additional 10% damage on the attack. And, of course, because it is a weapon attack, it does also increase the judgment duration on them, as well as if you just melee attack them. So that's nice. I don't think we're going to be needing to use Blessing of Wisdom, so it's okay that I don't think we'll ever get the improved Blessing of Wisdom, and we don't really need the Divine Intellect because we get all these extra bonuses for it. Now, of course, Fanaticism. Are you gonna? This guy just was not prepared. I think he used Suffering, didn't he? Probably. As you can see, these guys are not elite anymore, and they also lowered their level, but we'll talk about that here in a second. Now, Fanaticism, as I just mentioned, will be important to get, but at the moment I don't care about it, because I already didn't have this, so it's not a huge deal, but it pretty much makes it so all my judgments that are capable of critting have a increased 15% chance to crit, which helps me stack my vengeance. So obviously it's important to get. That's an important talent to get. Still, Repentance is shit and trash. Don't care about it. This would be an amazing ability, again, if it just worked on more than just humans. Like maybe humans, undead, because you're a paladin, you know. Like beasts, even if it's just those three, that would be like, oh yeah, it's a good talent. I can cycle it out with my Hammer of Justice cooldown. Like have 2 stuns for 6 seconds. That sounds amazing, but it only works against humans, so it's just fucking pure trash. Like I hate it. And PvP, sure, but otherwise, pure trash. But also for late game dungeons, if you're going ret with all these crits that are easier to do and get now. It will reduce your threat cost by everything. By I think it goes up to 30%. So it's good to have. I just don't need it at the moment because I'm not doing any dungeons or anything, and I didn't have the 15% increased crit chance on that anyway, so I don't miss not having it, you know. So that's all the changes. BC, if you didn't know, they took a lot of the things, because as you remember when we hit 59, this was not great. if I remember correctly. It's gray now. They lowered some of the difficulty, and they took away some things that used to be elite are not elite anymore. So we can actually finish this quest. Not that I think now that it's gray that's going to get me a lot of experience. However, one, I want to fucking do it because I was going to do it, and it gets me some good gold. So I'm down for good gold. Oh, now that that is all out of the way, a few small changes. They increased the blessings to 10 minutes and the greater blessings to 30 minutes. Very beautiful. Much needed just improvement. Quality of life, there it is. Well needed quality of life change. I need to wait for this to reset, so I think these guys need to fade away or something. Who knows? And now I think we can easily start using our fucking Blessing of Might, you know, like our actual Red Paladin, which sounds wonderful. Now we still do use a bit of mana because you know, we have to Judgment to get the mana back, and as mentioned, Judgment is 12% less the cost, but it's still taking, you're still using some mana to use the Judgment, but then you're getting mana back at the same time for 80% of the seal that you're judging on them. So it definitely helps. You run out of mana nearly as fast. So you can actually keep mana up, and of course you can even use Seal of Wisdom, which you get when you drop it on them. You get a bunch of the mana back. So very beautiful. And again, while we're still waiting for this, because apparently I cannot click on it, passive that we got that's not really going to help us out, but now I'm actually seeing this. There is a thing, since we did lose 14%, we went from 70% down to 56%. We can always just aura dance over to concentration and give ourselves another 35%, which will bring us up to 91% chance to not lose casting time. So it's not a big deal that we don't have that maxed anymore. But also, we got a passive ability that they put into the game, Spiritual Attunement. If anyone else heals me, I get 8% of my mana back, 8% of the heal back to me as mana. Doesn't work if I heal myself, obviously, because that would make no sense. That would just really make no sense. There you go. I don't think much has changed besides that. Obviously there's more talents, which is awesome. Yeah. So I'll probably end up in BC, not that it matters, because I don't think I'm gonna actually run Tiv through BC. I mean, I will, but I won't record it, you know. Tiv's journey will end when she finishes Classic here. But we'll probably see her again in the future when I'm like healing dungeons and raids and stuff. So just, you know, she'll be back. Not at the moment. Do they really have to fade before I can do this again? Do they just not want a bunch of obsidian and letheric bodies just piled around? Is that a thing? Seems like it's a thing. And the archaeologists have to spawn back. That makes sense, I guess. I guess it's time to chit chat. But yeah, I'd rather go through BC, actual BC, with season 3 character. Actually, I think would be one of the the first person I want to go through. But I think my season 3 character is going to change, and I don't mind telling you guys what's gonna happen when BC drops. So I don't mind giving away spoilers if you didn't already know. Some of them are starting to respawn. Good. Very good. There's not an item I'm supposed to use here, right? Because I could click on this earlier. Yeah, no, I think it's even respawn. So my season 3 character was going to be a whatchamacallit. Was going to be a night elf hunter, and I love hunters, in Classic, and BC they made them even better. So God, I was having so much fun as a hunter. But I want to move all my characters, all the seasons I was doing. I'm going to actually delete all the footage that I have and start again, which is fine because now I'll actually have a better mic to do it with. It doesn't cost nearly as much mana, and then I can auto attack reset. God, it's beautiful. Just look at that damage, though. Look at that damage, though. Like, that's beautiful. And look how much mana that costs. And I don't have any fucking blessings on me at the moment. Like, that is wonderful. That's just gorgeous. God, it's so amazing. That's just like, they didn't change a lot to paladins, but the quality of life changes that they did put in there are just so beautiful. Like, so absolutely beautiful. That auto attack reset on a 6-second cooldown, are you fucking kidding me? That does 10% increased weapon damage. Like, fuck yeah. Like, that's amazing. I love it. Absolutely love it. For sure. It looks like they're reset. I feel like I should relog here or something, because it might be bugging up a little bit. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Man. If only if I would have known that he was in fact doing that quest. But yeah, I want to send all my characters over to a different server anyways. Because the server is fucking dead. And if I'm going to go forth in BC, I'd rather get on the servers that continued to not be dead and have high volume even after all the other servers were dying. Which I already have a few characters on, which is good because the servers are full. So it's good that I already have characters on there, so I can character transfer over. Well, I'm going to character transfer this character over. I'm not going to spend the money to character transfer the other characters over, so I'm just going to restart the seasons and whatnot in BC, which will be nice because then they can grow beautifully in the beautiful BC land, and it'll be easier once hit certain levels. So we'll have to decide. I'm still hoping that there's gonna be more quests, but we can talk about that later. I'm going to log here real fast. I'm back. Yep, now it's ready to roll. Okay, that's kind of a weird bug, but it's fine. Let's put on the regular Blessing of Might right now. We don't need to go for greater. Increase my sharpness here. But anyways, I was planning on having yeah, might as well, why not? I was planning on having a Night Elf Hunter, which was just a lot of fun. I won't spoil anything else about it, but now I'm thinking, I don't know if I should switch it up or not. Maybe you guys can let me know how you feel about that going into BC. But I kind of want to do a Blood Elf Hunter now. Like, I'm gonna keep my human as my paladin. I'm not gonna be a fucking typical scrub lord and go Blood Elf Paladin, even though Blood Elf Paladin is female Blood Elf Paladin's like my favorite thing ever. Next to female Blood Elf Rogue. I just prefer female Blood Elves in general. Not gonna lie. But I was thinking of being a Blood Elf Hunter. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that, but I guess I got some time to think it over. But let me know what you think. Let us start this fight. Of course, we want to kill Lothric first. He is a spellcaster, and we'll just let Obsidian wail on my ass. It's fine. We'll see what happens. Definitely want to use Crusader Strike as an auto attack reset, like 10 out of 10 times. This guy's not even casting spells. They made this a lot easier than it used to be. Which is bullshit, but okay. Fine. I'll accept. Oh yeah, and also it tells you the duration of stuff. Hey, hey everybody. Rage Cage 20 back. I know you saw me just a second ago. I gotta tell y'all, I don't know what happened. I do not know what happened. Had a technical error. Recorded for a good hour or two. Say about almost 2 hours. But apparently after the first 20 minutes of recording, it might have been because I logged out and logged back in. That might have fucked with the recording software. I do not know. But it just didn't. It started the second one and then just kind of crashed the recording, so it didn't actually record anything that I did. All those 2 hours gone. Again, I don't know why I did that, and hopefully it doesn't continue to do that. But the fact of the matter is, we can't go back. So let me tell you what I did. I went to Burning Steeps, killed a bunch of shit here in the Pillar of Ash, a bunch of humanoids. Was just talking about how amazing all my abilities were and how I was enjoying the fuck out of it. Then after that, we came here to Eastern Plaguelands. I went to the lake here and killed a bunch of elementals. Got like 15 Essence of Water, which I have up for like 20 gold. 13 for one, 7 for the other. And apparently all my rune cloth sold. So I got 9 gold coming my way. Pretty much if everything I put up there sells. I also got this really awesome blue bow I'm selling for 20 gold. It has like a stamina agility on it. It's pretty fucking cool. Level 50 bow. If everything sells, I'm getting like 55 gold, so I'll be up to like 170 gold, which is pretty fucking awesome since 9 of that gold is already sold. Anyways. Yeah, started killing a bunch of stuff around there. The whole time I was there, I was talking about this epic pizza story. About how why I won't go to Little Caesars anymore. It was like an hour-long story, so I'm not going to tell it again because my throat is already pretty worn from it. I found out that I really like Greater Blessing of Wisdom still because it keeps my mana up, but I'm going to put on Might just because I can. Get some use out of that. See how it goes. Just switch back and forth. And then I went to this island here, turned in that quest I had, gave me like 9,000 experience, popped me up like 2 bars. And so we're here. I don't know why that happened. I'm sorry that happened. In about 20 minutes here, I'm going to cut the recording and make sure it doesn't happen again. I'm not going to make the same. Well, I don't think I made a mistake, but make sure that doesn't happen. If it does happen, I assume it's because maybe I need to restart my computer or something. But yeah, sorry you missed 14, 15 bars of experience. No more than that. It was an epic story about how Little Caesars fucked me hard in the rectum. But what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? I'll probably tell the story again someday. But that day is not gonna be today. So my apologies, everybody. I do not know why the recording did that. It has never done that before. And apparently I've been healing people. Maybe that's that one seemed like a little bit of lag. But I've been healing people with my attacks occasionally. I think it's a little bugged. A little confusing. Anyways, I was going to go do the Crypt Fiend, and then I was like, wait, let me check if my quest here is elite, and it said it was not elite anymore. I don't know if it ever said it was elite. I had to go into here, so not 100% positive that would be elite or not. But then I was like, we're going to come here and try that. But first I'm going to go sell stuff, take a little break, because that long, epic, awesome story about Little Caesars has worn my throat out, and I need to go chill, you know what I mean? And so I chilled, I came back, and I was like, okay, let me look at the recordings and stuff, and let me see how many parts it was before we start this next one. And then I was just like, what do you mean there's only 2 episodes? What do you mean this one says 0 time on it, and it's all whited out like it's not working? What do you mean? And yeah. So that happened, and it's a really disappointing end to this, but the experience has been going really fast. I did 2 quests, getting the parts, the dark iron scraps, and the core of elements. No, I'm good. I'll bet you. And by the way, my fucking killing power is through the roof right now. It's fucking amazing, and I've been loving every second of it. It's really cool now, and I'm really happy with that. I'm haunted. I assume that means mobs are going to spawn every now and then around me, but who knows? I got the shield, and that's all I care about. So let's go up here and see if we can't just run up in there and get some. They should be green to me even if they are still elite, so we'll find out what happens with that. But yeah, that's really disappointing. I'm really disappointed about that, but again, it's never happened, so my guess has to be is because I locked out and locked back in without cutting the feed. Usually that would stop it right then and there and just break that part of the recording and not even go to the next recording. So the fact that it was fine and then it just stopped after that is a little confusing, a little concerning. That's why I'm going to check it out. But you know, nothing I can do about that, yo. There is nothing I can do about that. Absolutely nothing I can do about that. There's no save state I can return to and whatnot. So it was a really fast jump to level 60. Surprised me too, right? You know what I mean? So here we go. Here we are, finishing out the last 3.5 bars here. We're gonna do this quest, turn it in, see how much we got, and then do some of the crit fiend part, do the crit fiend thing, and while we're doing the crit fiends, I might finish out doing the crit fiends and just do a very brief version of the story, just get the gist of it, just so you guys can have the memories of that story, you know. But before we even start to get into that, we have to wait for the timer to go off. In approximately 15 minutes here and check that it's actually going to start the next one correctly. So, well, we'll see what happens there. I don't know if this is good or bad or not, but like every time I see a character around my level, like level 58 or higher, like 58 or 59, my question is just like, I wonder if they boosted that character. You know what I mean? I wonder if people think the same thing about me when they see me. If they recognize the sword, they'll be like, oh, no, probably not. But now I can't help but think every time I see someone's like, did they pay money for that character or is that a real character? You know what I mean? I keep questioning that now. So again, I don't know if that's good or bad or not, but one thing I can say is I've been hating Blood Elves. Like, fuck Blood Elves. And I'm sure I'd feel the same way about Draenei. Though I do want to play a Blood Elf, to be fair. There is no one here. Okay, there's no one here. They're not elite. Oh, that's my roommate's home. The dog's freaking out. I was like, what the fuck is that?